All right, what's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be going over a little tutorial on how to use RaceOption. Okay, so for those of you guys who just joined the business, welcome. Welcome to I Am Mastery Academy. We're excited to have you guys on board. And my goal with this video is to simply show you guys how to use the broker called RaceOption. Okay, RaceOption is the trading terminal, the website trading terminal that you're going to be using to trade high frequency Forex. It's super simple to use, it's super simple to navigate through, and my job here is to just make this thing as simple as possible for you. So just stay tuned for the next 5 minutes so you guys can learn exactly how to leverage this information. So I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into it. And the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is really the left portion of the trading terminal of raceoption.com, right? Which is the currency location. So where you get to pick the different types of currencies you can trade. So here, as you guys can see, you have the US dollar to the Japanese yen, you have the US dollar to the Swiss franc, USD CAD, the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar, right? All the different currency pairs. So if you wanted to trade a specific currency, you would just click on it and then it would automatically change you to that specific currency chart. As we see here in front of us, what we're looking at is what we call a tick chart, where the seconds tick by and then a continuous line kind of shows our position in the market. So I'll get a little bit more in depth into this, but essentially every time you click on a currency pair, it'll take you to that tick chart that you're looking at. So if I click on Euro GBP, right, I'll go to that tick chart. Now, as you can see, there's a percentage sign right next to every single currency. And this is what we call the payout. The payout is how much money you're going to be making from the specific currency, how much the broker is paying out for a winning trade that you take with that specific pair. So for example, if we go to GBP USD, we see that it's paying out 81%. So if I go over here to the right hand side of my trading terminal, right, I get to see that if I put in here $7, I make back 81% of whatever I put down. So $7 profit would be $5.67, right? If I put $70, right, my profit would be $56.70. If I put $100, it would be $81. So that's pretty much what the percentage next to each one means. After that, right, we want to know that we're looking at our chart in a specific way. So if you guys are familiar with math class, right, in math class they used to tell you had the x-axis, which is the x-axis down here, where we talk about time, right? That's what we're looking at from left to right. We see time moving on. And then on the right-hand side, the y-axis, we see price. So you're going to see a lot of different numbers here, price, right? As you can see, wherever this little orange line is right now is where the current price is going to be at. So if we right now are sitting right here in this section, then the price is currently at 125,993. It just dropped to 125,993. It can go up to 125,994 or below. But you also see these numbers right here. This is also another indication as of to where the market currently is at right now. And so now that we have an understanding of the tick chart and what we're looking at, the next thing we want to know is what we're trading, right? And how we're going to be trading. The cool thing about high frequency Forex is the fact that it's not like traditional Forex where we're placing a trade and based on the amount of movements that we catch, we're making money. Here, it's about time expiration. So we're taking time expiration trades. And so what we mean by that is that you can take, right, a turbo trade. Okay, a turbo trade means a minute trade, a specific amount of minutes, where you can hold a trade for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all the way up to 30 minutes. It's based on whether you believe the market is going to be above a certain price or below a certain price. So let's say, for example, I want to take a 1 minute trade, okay, and I want this to be a full minute. So I would set it to fixed time. If I have it at this option where it's not on fixed time, the minute will continue. And then right now, a minute is starting to count down. And once it gets to that purchase deadline, another minute will start. But if I click on fixed time, it will give me a full minute no matter where the current price is at. This is very important to note. You're going to understand why later. So let's say I want to take a 1 minute trade and I want to take a trade for $10, right? And let's say I believe this market is going to go up, right? I think this market's going to go up. So for the sake of this example, I'm going to place a call, which is a buy position, right, at the lowest point that I can. If I'm going to enter, right, for 1 minute and I'm going to buy, I want to get the lowest entry possible. And I'm assuming, right, I'm not doing any type of analysis here, but I believe the market may go up from here. So if I think it's going to go up, then I would place a call position. If I believe the market is going to be below, I would place a put position. So for the next minute, I'm in this trade, right? If I feel like I need more time for the market to do what I believe it's going to do, if the trade is at break even, right, exactly at my entry point, or if it is, below my entry point, then I would go ahead and do what's called a rollover. A rollover means that I'm extending the time that I have to take a trade. So right now the market went into profit, so I wasn't able to do a rollover. But sometimes it will give you the option, and sometimes it won't. It just depends on how long you've had the trade open. Sometimes it may not allow you. But in this case, we seem like we are winning this trade, and you guys are going to see what a winning trade looks like. And so even if it's by one number, if the trade closes, you make the profit. So in this trade, we just made $8, guys. Imagine making $8 in the span of 1 minute. We know people right now who are making $8 in an hour. So this is pretty crazy, the fact that we can actually make money like this, right? So we just made right there $8, right? And that's pretty much how it works. Now, let me see if I can go into a faster moving pair where I can do an example with you guys of what a rollover looks like and what a put looks like, right? So if I believe that the market is going to go down, then what I would want to do is I would want to wait for the highest entry possible. So we'll just wait for this market to go up a little bit. We'll give it a few seconds. And then what I'll do is I'll put a 2-minute trade in which I'll place a put. So a put means, right, that I want the market to fall below the current price. So if I believe that this market is going to go down, then I would place a put, and I would then go ahead and have my market go into profit once, the market is below my entry point. So my entry is that red line that I placed. You'll know if you put a buy or a sell based on the color of your entry. And so by the time it gets here, we're looking at about 2 minutes full, but from the moment where we entered it to the moment where this thing it closes out. So if within these 2 minutes, right, I actually get to have a trade that falls below my entry point, I make back 70%, which is what GBP CAD is paying out right now. I'll be making $7 profit on this trade. So one thing you want to know is that, when you're trading live with the educators, right? When you're trading live with the educators, they're going to be telling you exactly what to place. For most people, they're not just in here looking and predicting what to do, guys. I would not recommend you guys come in here and just start placing random trades like how I'm doing right now. I would highly recommend that you analyze the market and you understand what you're doing. So for those of you who are brand new, make sure that you're plugging into the educational videos, making sure that you're plugging into the live videos, so that you guys can trade with the educators, okay? And they can tell you when to trade. So let's say if I was gonna take a trade, I would say, all right, guys, we're gonna get ready for a 2-minute put or a 2-minute sell position, right? You would place your position at 2 minutes. You would place the amount of money that you would wanna risk, $10, right? And then you would place a put at a specific price that I call out. So if I called out the price 1.7068, I would wait for the market from wherever it's currently at to go back to that current price or anywhere near it, and I would enter it. Right, something you want to have when you're trading with us here in HFX is a trigger finger. All right, guys, you want to make sure that you're clicking this button as quickly as possible, because you can see it was not at that price for very long. It was only there for about 1 or 2 seconds, and then those 1 or 2 seconds, you want to make sure that you enter the price. And so now after those 2 minutes expired, as you guys can see, right, we actually won that trade and we made $7. So imagine in the past couple minutes that I've been with you guys, we've already made I want to say a little bit over $12, $13 just from the 2 trades we've taken, guys. And mind you, this is not even analyzing the market, but I will tell you that this is as simple as it gets when it comes down to making money on this platform, all right? And I want to give you guys an example of a rollover. So what is a rollover, right? A rollover pretty much means that, sometimes you're going to need a little bit extra time for the market to do what you want it to do. So if I want this market to go up, right? If I want this market to go up, and I feel like I need more time, as you can see right now, the market is sitting below my buy entry, I will click rollover, and it will extend, okay? It will extend that 1 minute to a couple more minutes, right? To 1 more minute. So if I did 1 minute, it'll put 2 minutes. If I did 2 minutes, it'll do 4 minutes, right? But it also puts more money in. So it'll put 30% of whatever you put in extra. So if I wanted to extend the trade, I would have to put in $3 more, right? So 30% more, my $10 plus 30%, $3, $13 total, to extend that trade for an extra minute. But now, as you can see, it gave me a little bit more time to let the trade be in profit and then hopefully continue up. So those are the functions that you have. You also have a function called double up, where, for example, if you see that this market maybe enters a better position and you know that the trade is going to close maybe in about 1 or 2 minutes, we can do what we call a double up. A double up means that I can actually enter a second position, right, by doubling up, and then it'll also give me the same expiration time as my original trade. So not only did I put two $13 trades in, but now they expire at the same time if I really believe strongly that this trade is going to go in a certain direction. Here, I'm only doing it for example purposes. We may see a spike up. We don't really know. But this is just to show you guys how this system works. What I want to see here is I want for this market to not give us a win so you guys can see what it looks like when we take a loss in the market, right? If we had to extend, of course, remember, you would do the rollover option. And one thing you want to put down in your notes is you never want to roll over more than 2 to 3 times, right? Once you're rolling over more than 2 to 3 times, I think you're just really going overboard. And you know, the educators, they'll never tell you to roll over more than 2 to 3 times. They're gonna give you guys some rules to really leverage while you're doing this. So this is how it works, right? And once that time expires, we take the loss. We see that our account, right, is officially at the same price, and you know, we lost a trade. So this is what it looks like when you lose a trade. Another very important thing to note is that down here you're gonna see a status symbol for your open and for your closed trades. So if you have any open trades, you'll be able to see them here. So like if I put a trade right now, you'll see an open trade with the order size, right? You'll see the strike price, which is your entry price, the expiration price where the market is currently sitting at. You'll see the payout if it's in profit, and then you'll have the double up and rollover tabs over here. But if you want to see the closed trades that you've taken, right, you just click on closed, and then you can go ahead and see all of the different trades that you took for the session within a specific time frame by just choosing the date, and it'll give you all the information that you need here. All right, guys, so this is just something you definitely want to know. It'll give you a really in-depth understanding of how to use RaceOption even better. Once you fund an account with RaceOption, you can just contact the support here, and you can ask them for to create a demo account for you. But there are some steps that you need to take before you actually go in there and you fund your account. So before you fund your account, right, now that we understand how to use the RaceOption platform, you want to know how to fund your account. So you're going to have a couple notes up here, a couple things that you're going to see, a couple tabs. The first tab you want to click on when you first create your account is you want to click on where it says settings and then personal data. So this is a demo account. As you can see, it says Kevin Demo. But what you want to do is you want to go in here and you want to verify your information. So put your personal ID or a driver's license, send in a picture, the front, the back, and then you want to sign it, right, as well as you can. I would tell you guys to do this on your phone. You can actually sign into RaceOption on your phone, take a picture on your phone of whatever of your ID, and it's as simple as, you know, just signing in and taking a picture from your phone to upload this information. It takes about, you know, maybe 2 to 3 hours for this thing to get verified, but once you're verified, you can then step into the account funding option where you can fund your account with Bitcoin, okay? For those of you guys who have Cash App, you can use Cash App to fund your account with Bitcoin. I highly recommend it. If this pops up, just close it out, right? The minimum deposit, even though it says 500, the minimum deposit is 250. So you can leave it at 500 and you can click fund the account. When you go ahead and you step into fund the account though, it will give you a screen that will show you a specific amount of Bitcoin to send. You just buy $250 worth and send what you can. So that's just a good thing to note for you guys, right? It will appear like this. It'll give you the code. You just send in the specific amount that you want to send, as long as it's $250 worth, to this exact same address, and you have an hour to do that. So that's just one rule of thumb you guys want to keep in mind while you're doing this process. All right. And so once you're done funding it, you'll be ready to trade. Let's say you funded with $250. You'll be able to step in and then speak to the chat, open up a private chat, and you'll be able to have that individual that you speak to here create you a demo account. They will only allow you to create a demo account once you fund it with real money. So if you want to come in here and you want to practice trade first before you go out, before you go into the real markets, you can, but you got to fund your account first. So just make sure that you do this. It's super simple. It's very quick. You just open up a private chat and you go ahead and you speak to the young lady that is going to be there helping you. So with that being said, guys, this is the introduction to RaceOption. This is how you leverage the broker of RaceOption. Is very simple. You verify your account, you fund your account, and then you're going to be ready to trade within the first 24 hours of you guys getting started. So I hope this was simple. I hope this made sense for you guys. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out to me or to the person that showed you this video. They will walk you through the steps more in depth if you have any questions. And if you haven't made a RaceOption account, you can go ahead and click the link below to make sure that you guys get access to a referral link that will help you guys go ahead and create an account for you. Okay, so go ahead and click the link below to create your RaceOption account if you haven't done so already. Also, please go ahead and like this video, share this video with your team for those people who are getting started with HFX, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to keep dropping content that's going to make it simple for whoever's getting started with our program to use these videos as resources to get up and running as quick as possible. So I thank you guys for your time. Have a good one. Take care.